So we had a really lovely evening last night and it was really peaceful at the campsite. We've been really lucky with the weather, so we sat out and just watched the sun go down. And today we are off to Hurst Castle, which is down on the coast, so new thing we've never done before, so that'd be interesting.
Right, so we'll see you in a few minutes. Right, so we've just got down here at Key Haven, which is about a 40-minute drive to get down here. Nice little marina here. The car park's just round the back of this marina. I'll show you pictures. There's no height restrictions on the car park, and we paid by the Ring app, which is £5.40. And there's quite a few spaces in there, so you can get a motorhome or camper van in there for that.
The ladders there so people can get out their boats.
So we're just walking down here now, we're in people up front, and this is where you get the ferry. So from around the back there, you just follow it around, and then you come down here where we pick up the ferry to get to the Hurst Castle. So this is the little ferry that's coming in. It's quite a small one compared to what we expected. It's the smallest ferry we've ever done. Alright, so we just got over on the ferry, which is quite a nice little trip over. And here's the castle. Little cafe as well. Guys, just going to go and get our return ticket. So it's £14 return, or you can buy single, either way. And there is, in the background there, you can see the embankment. There is a walk that you can walk all the way across that embankment. So you can either walk here and get the ferry back, or get the ferry and walk back, or like we're going to do, ferry here and back. Just went to coming in. This is our guard's room.
It was built in 1541.
Poster here is about what English Heritage is doing to protect the wall. They're putting sea defences up over the years. This is the problem. That's the reason why they're putting a sea defence in this picture. You can see the sea taking out the shingle, the foundations. This is in 2019, 2020. So I believe this was an old lift, looking at it, at the pictures they put down. There's no write up in it. See the old electrical switchgear there? Anyway, this is coming out, being dark. A couple of old World War II searchlights here. And the Garrison Theatre. So there's little rooms around this part, quite a lot of history about the lighthouse, how the lighthouse keeper and what they did for their job. All the little garrisons below where the soldiers would have been, and all the black pots there are the chimneys for the open log burners. Here we have one of the 38-ton guns, which have been pointed out across the sea. So there we're going to go into the original castle, which is the part that built by Henry VIII. You can see the difference in the stone here. Alright, so we've just come down into one of the basements. There'll probably be quite a bit of an echo down here. It's quite dark getting down here. So what's it used for?
It's used for gunpowder.
Storing gunpowder?
Yeah, gunpowder in the barrels.
Not wine then?
No, not wine.
The rest is going to be knighted now. And you're going to become...
It's my domain, get out.
Really? I don't think so. Hello mate, got a BBC One there? No? This is showing some of the defences at Portsmouth. You can see these out at sea. This is the top part of the castle. You can see the round turrets where they used to have the guns. And we've got Isle of Wight. You can see why they built this here. It has good defence for the sea here. And views for quite a few miles. And reading some of the scripts downstairs, they're saying they even use this to defend parts of Portsmouth, which is a long way away. And it's so well defended, this area, that they actually never fired a single shot because they were never attacked. Right, so we just got back off the ferry from Hurst Castle, so that's it for that part of the vlog. Quite an interesting place.
Yeah, well, I'm quite interested in the two people that were in prison there. There was a friar that was in prison there for 30 years until he died, and Charles I was in prison there as well, before he got executed.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting. I was reading about that as well. So we're going to go off now for a meal. What pub are we going to?
I think it's called The Gun.
The Gun.
We'll
find out in a minute.
Which is quite apt, isn't it, really, since we're at an artillery kind of base.
So, yeah, so we're going to go after there. So it's quite a nice place. It's well worth visiting if you're ever down here in New Forest. Right, so this is the pub we're going to, The Gun Inn. It's basically they have a nice garden at the back, so we have a look in here and see what it's like. Built in 1783. Right, so we just had a nice burger and chips, and Loretta had fish and chips in The Gun Inn. Very nice food, lovely back garden, nice area that you can bit of shade area as well, and they do a nice pint of beer. So if you're down here, it's well worth popping in. You might have to book, although when we went here it weren't that busy today, so we've managed to get a seat quite easily. Right guys, so we're back at site now, and we're going to go for a little walk through the forest, so we'll show you a little bit of that now, and on the way out we'll show you a little walk around the site, so we'll give you a bit of a review on the site we're on at the moment. So most of the site is made up of grass pitches for tents, caravans and motorhomes. Most of them electric hookups, water points, and there's about 3 or 4 hard standing sites that they've added now.
There's a pizza van that comes every Saturday night, and cash only, but we actually got an email from the site telling us about this, so you could plan that into your weekend if you want. And the shop does things like croissants and pastries, but you have to order the night before, I believe. So I think it does little souvenirs from the New Forest and your basic bits and pieces, which is handy if you run out of milk, etc., you know.
And just up here is the toilets and showers. There's a barrier on the site for security, and the wardens walking around and stuff, so it's a pretty well kept site. Right, so we're just coming out of site, taking a right this time. Following this down, we go past a farm and a ford. I think we're going to be lucky with the ford. I don't think we're going to need to use the bridge. There hasn't been much rain now for quite a few months. Right, so we just come down to the woods area now. This is where we had all the horses last time, so there's none around today. They did come all running past last time, so I don't know whether they get... Oh, I don't think they get fed, we don't know. And follow this on round, and this will take you to the High Corner Inn.
There's the horses. They've obviously come up to the pub for dinner. They must be waiting for their table.
Yeah, they want a pint of beer, don't they?
Or trying to get a bit of shade.
So this is the High Corner Inn. So it's about 1.5 miles or less. Was it 1 mile?
About 2 miles.
2 miles?
On that long route.
So 2 miles in the woods walk here. It's quite an easy walk. And you can go up the top here. You've seen my last vlogs. Just up the road here, we'll take you onto the main road, do a right, and that take you down to the campsite, which we might do the walk back. So it's a new part of the restaurant because it's just been overhauled. So we've never seen it since we come here during the COVID. Right, so we just had a pint there in the corner inn. Not the greatest of pints, probably the worst one we've had in the New Forest.
And the most expensive.
Yeah, £6 something a pint. So my beer came out, it was cloudy, with lumps in it. So we took that back and they poured another pint from a different barrel, and that came out lumpy as well. And we've had issues before. It's the third time I've been here and it's always been the same. And it's a shame really, because it's a nice pub in a nice location. And it's only a little walk from the campsite. But it's still nice if you want to go there and you drink lager. You're fine. Or cider, not a lure. But I wouldn't recommend it for the food and beer at real ales. That's the only thing. But we're going to walk back to site now and light up the barbecue. Right, so this is the view from the top. The road's just behind us. So it's the nice view across the moors. Lovely view. Right, so we're near back to site now. We just thought to show you the path. This is most of the paths have either been in the woods, along the tracks or along the moor part, or walking alongside the road along a track like this, or some other track. But everything's been mainly off road. So it's quite a safe route to do. if you want to get up to where we was earlier at the High Corner Inn. Well, this is our little barbecue, which is a collapsible one, which I have to put a thanks out to Matthias, which I'll put a link along the bottom of his YouTube channel, because he's the one who did it on his, and that's where I got the idea from. Collapses down to a little bag, which I'll show you later, and then you've just got the grill on top. Really nice barbecue, and it's not too much mess. So it's good for this afternoon, and you've got this nice weather.